Hi everyone and welcome to Stuttering Leo. My name is Leo and in this video I want to talk about how a lack of water, or to make it simpler, how dehydration can affect and make your stuttering worse. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because the last few days I've had a bad migraine. And I think that came about due to dehydration. But what I also noticed was my stuttering got a whole lot worse. And this wasn't the first time. This wasn't the first time I noticed it either. But now that I pay more attention to my stammering and the things that may affect my stammering, I just came to realize it a bit more easier. And I realized that because I was dehydrated and because I had a headache, because I felt tired, I began stammering a whole lot more. It didn't matter what technique I used. It didn't matter who I talked to. It didn't matter if I was speaking, I don't know, to a close family member who I was comfortable with. I still stammered really badly. And then I began to research the effects of a lack of water on the human brain, our bodies, and so on. And I mean, I'm not an expert on stammering. I know I stammer. I guess I and many people don't really know the full cause of it. Sometimes people say it's down to how your vocal cords are. It's down to certain situations. It's down to your breathing. Sometimes it's down to tiredness. So I guess there's a bunch of different things. But what I just wanted to focus on in this video and my recent experience was dehydration and stammering. So I think that, I mean, it's pretty much common sense, right? If you don't give your body the correct nutrients and water, you're not going to perform that well. But then once you link it to stammering, it makes a bit more sense. I'm going to look down at my notes and I'm going to show you what the internet says about a lack of water and your brain functionality. So please bear with me. So this is just an article that I found. This is just a snippet of an article that I found online. But basically there was an experiment with 413 participants who were asked to exercise and not really consume a lot of water or any liquids. And they found out that as the participants lost more water, they increasingly made more errors during attention-related tasks. So that's one major point there. And something else that I found was that if water levels are too low, our brain cells cannot function properly, leading to cognitive problems. So it also mentions a decrease when performing engaging tasks, indicating that their brains are working harder than normal to complete the tasks. So, I mean, if you think about it, if you're a normal speaker, which we are by the way, but you know what I mean. If you're a normal speaker and you have a bad day, you don't hydrate well, you're going to suffer doing a lot of things, including even speaking. You know, sometimes when you just mumble your speech, sometimes you say things and they don't make sense. That happens to a normal speaker when they are dehydrated, tired, and so on. Now, we as stutterers, on a good day, we have to pay attention to so many things. We need to pay attention to our breathing, the techniques we may choose to use, eye contact, all these little things. So if we cannot get the basic thing done, which is to have enough water to hydrate ourselves, we are literally putting ourselves at the worst advantage to do anything, not just speech, but anything. And when it comes to speech, the brain power needed to form good sentences, to bring out the correct words, to enunciate them properly, it's an immense amount of brain activity needed for that. So I just think if there's one thing or a few things we can do, if one of those few things we can do is to just simply have more water to make sure we're hydrated, that can be a huge step in helping us to make our stuttering easier. I'm not talking about cures. I'm not talking about making things completely easy, but making things easier. We will still have challenges. We'll still get frustrated in certain situations. But if we can do something about it, then we should. And if something as easy as drinking more water can affect how we communicate and how we improve our stammer, then we should definitely do it. I make the mistake of telling myself to hydrate, and then if I don't notice any side effects to it, I'll go back to my usual ways of not drinking enough water. But I noticed that if I'm feeling good, if I'm not tired, if I'm hydrated, if I get good nutrients, I feel better and my stammer isn't as bad because I feel more confident and so on and so on. But yeah, that's what I've noticed these last few days. I know it almost sounds like it's common sense, and maybe it is. I think it is common sense, so I'm not going to pretend I've discovered something new here. But all I'm saying is there's definitely something to do with dehydration and how it affects our stammer. So please, if there's one thing that you can do, make sure you're well hydrated and just see how you perform, and try and compare the days where you feel like you stutter more, and just pay attention to how your lifestyle is, because who knows, that could be something that you can change to better yourself. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like so that other people can come across this channel and join the community. See you next time.